Hello and welcome to Baldur's Gate 3. Look at that, it only took 3 years, but it's finally here. Well, in case you didn't see, we played the early access and now it's out. Which is, I suppose by now it's kind of irrelevant. Before I get into the character creation, I just wanna show that we are also going to talk about this a bit more. The nudity options, because it's YouTube, you know, I will disable it. Sorry, if something that is important to you, then you can, play it on your own. And the most important thing, Karmic dice. Now, before the release, I spent the last month basically like doing research. And by research I mean mostly looking at videos and browsing Reddit. Yeah, I went there. Yeah. And people are like saying that you should disable this if you want like true RNG rolls, but from what I seen, the testing wasn't that great on this. And because it's enabled by default, I am going to leave it on by default. So basically, just a short description on how this works. If your party is small, but you have like a big horde of enemies, like let's say a group of goblins, okay? Like there's 10 goblins, only 4 of you, okay? Then it will mean that the dice is probably going to be in their favor, and whenever you keep low rolling, this applies to both combat and dialogue, like dice checks. So let's say you hit like 3-1 rolls in a row, that is more likely to happen without Karmic dice, okay? So it basically helps you get over the true RNG, I guess, in some way. But some fights can be extremely difficult if there's like a big boss character who's alone and you are the 4 guys, because you just end up missing and missing and missing. And we also don't really know the extent of it. Look, Karmic dice avoid failure or success streaks while keeping the results mostly random. Now that they do have a tooltip about this, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just disable it. Because I'm planning to go on Tactician anyway. Video options wise, most of my things are on high except the shadow, cloud, and fog. I decreased that in advance, and also I turned on FSR 1.0. I don't have DLSS because, as you can see, I'm running on a 1050, which is my weakest part of my computer. I can't afford to get the new one, so yeah, that's that. We are also running in DirectX 11. But the good thing I want to say about FSR now is that before it would look really blurry if you enabled it, even on Ultra with TAA on. Now it looks actually kind of nice. Yeah. And what else? This option is now switchable, the depth of field quality. I'm just going to leave it on, but interestingly enough, if I do auto detect, it puts everything on ultra, but the game runs like shit. I did some minor testing and check my frames. It seemed alright in the Nautiloid, just in the very first room. I didn't do anything, skipped everything, even the character creator and all that. So that's how I know. And did I say that we are already we are, because we have this old ass shitty GPU, we are running in DirectX 11. So that's basically it. Oh, but one more thing, if you are using FSR, every time you launch the game, this was a thing in early access, it disables anti-aliasing. So make sure whenever you launch it, the first thing you do, you come back here and re-enable it. Anyway, I also should regard like this old icon of Baal, really cool new screen, and we have like a couple new splash screens. So prior to release, I did some multiplayer with randoms, Just a couple fights, like really until the druid go sort of, so I have an idea of what I want to do, but not sure yet. Either way, I'm going to mute myself and let's watch this cutscene again. Oh, but before we do that, I am going to play on Tactician. We may end up lowering it if Tactician is just literally explosive barrels everywhere. I watched the panels from here. I sort of know what they do. But I don't want this to be a situation like Divinity Original Sin 2 where the whole fucking map is on fire. So, I will shut up now and start game. Okay, I guess I don't have to be silent, right? There's no real audio. I don't think this is any different than before. Maybe Hazel looks a bit grimier? If the music is too low, I will probably end up adjusting it once we are in game. I just wanted to lower it for the character creation. All right. I mean, sure, we can enable that. So, we are not doing an original character. We are also not doing the Dark Urge. I know many people are going to do that on their first run. I'm not one of them. I probably do custom, perhaps origin, and then Dark Urge. Not sure how many of those I will record or broadcast or stuff like that. I was also contemplating between streaming and recording it, but I'm kind of wary about some issues that could happen, like in early access and Larian games do have some performance troubles. Both Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2 had them. And from the early access, this is no different. I went back and rewatched some footage, so yeah. Being recorded, I do have more control. I will try to make the episodes like big, really big. I don't know, 2 hours, however I feel like it. I don't really care, you know, YouTube length, that kind of stuff. I would prefer to stream it because it's easier, but I feel like the quality would suffer too much, and because I'm playing with FSR, I don't wanna like lose that. So, Elf, no. Tiefling, no. We played the Tiefling in early access. How do I change your gender? Okay, I guess I will just click on the male. Will that stay? It will. So, in case you haven't seen... Look, I'm just going to approach this from a point that most of you probably researched the game and seen like stuff prior to release. You probably watched like Wolfheart or Weber on YouTube, you know. Or watch the panels of hair, watch Co. So the more like I should say lighter races, like the more not monstrous ones or unique ones, do have body type options, as you can see. So you can be beefy, if you want to actually, while we are doing this, let me just pop this back to Ultra. Yeah, and as you can see, orcs do not have that option. Dragonborn, Gnome, Halfling, Dwarves, and Githyanki. So, yeah. All the cool races don't have it. I guess Tieflings are sort of cool. And Drows too, to an extent. So, I know what most people are playing, so we are not going to play those. Most people are going to do Drow, Elf, Half-Elf, Human, Dwarf, Dragonborn, of course, and Tiefling too. The least picked, and also Half-Orc. The least picked one are in order according to polls is Halfling, Gnome, and Githyanki. These two switching places quite often. So I was considering playing a Gith or a Half-Orc. I don't want to play a Dragonborn because everyone is going to play a Dragonborn. And also I really wanted to play a Half-Orc. But this is the but part. During the early access in the past month, when I was trying things again, just familiarizing myself with the classes I have not seen, a Gith Barbarian, because of the psionic jump that you get later, is and if you spec into the Eagle Barbarian, the subclass, is so much fucking fun. And also, well, I guess it doesn't matter now because they changed how this works, changed the attribute scores. So as you can see, if I switch my race, it does not change at all. You can be anything. There's no like racial attributes anymore. Also, I'm not going to min-max. I'm also not a D&D guy at all. I just played Baldur's Gate and I played like, well, the old ones, and of course the early access I played Divinity, which is not D&D, but still, you know, I'm sort of familiar with D&D through like old video games, but nothing with like the tabletop, like real stuff with it, okay? So I really don't care about min-maxing. We played a Warlock Tiefling, I believe, in early access. So I don't know. I'm really torn. If we are going to pick a Gith, then it's going to be a female one because the male ones are hideous. Actually, let me look at the races, the faces. Where's the appearance button? Oh, the giant button on the bottom. Do we have better heads now for males? I feel like because of the lack of the nose, they are so like androgynous. Maybe this one can be turned to a manly one. Oh! Hold on, this one has a bit of a nose. And also this part. Like, I know this is like something with human physiology. That if this thing for you, I don't know what it's called, like this groove, is too tall, that freaks people out. Okay, so it seems to me, yeah, okay. So I think Laria probably heard like the complaints about Git noses. Because I know this is default, I don't know about this one, but I think they heard the complaints about the noses. Because the lack of nose, people don't pick them. Let me look at the female ones. The female ones are kind of hot. Kind of. Not that one. Although that's kind of alright. Yeah, the female faces forget. It's like a crybaby face. Yeah, I don't think there's any new regarding the female faces. Maybe one or two. Hard to tell, really. I remember most of these because I tested a lot of female Git characters. Oh, and I should explain why I'm considering playing a Git, because they have super good reactive dialogue. Same with the Drow, same with the Duergar, which is the subrace of the dwarves. Well, Drow is also a subrace of elves, but they were such a big category that they put it separately. And same with the deep gnomes, I assume. Probably Dragonborn too, because they are rare. and quite, menacing. That's the female one. But the same could be said about orc. So either way, I think first I want to figure out my class. Now I really want to be a wizard. I want to be an orc wizard. Yeah. I want to be an orc wizard or something like that. I don't want to be a paladin because most people will pick vengeance paladin out of vengeance. Even though if I were ever to go paladin, I would probably be an oathbreaker, which I tested and it seems super fun. But because so many people are doing it, I don't want to pick it. None of the pussy classes like ranger, rogue, fighter. Yeah, I'm not going to be a fighter, rogue, ranger for sure. Not a paladin, not a cleric. The druid seems fun, but orc druid, no. I wanna be like I feel like an orc. Actually, an orc sorcerer would make more sense than a wizard. But I don't want to be a sorcerer because if I want to be like I want to be a wizard, so I can learn all the spells. We can use Gale, but I feel like I'm going to be more on the evil side, perhaps more like chaotic neutral. Now, if I'm playing an orc, I would really. Nah, okay. Let me explain. So orcs have dark vision, which is not important. They have the standard movement. 9 is the standard, right? Yeah, 9 is the standard for normal races, except wood elf. And for the short ones is 7.5. So movement matters more for melee characters. We are going to spend some time in here, just like last time, but probably even more. So FYI, even though I kind of know what I want to do. So feel free to skip this video in its entirety, or skip ahead if I include actual gameplay in this, which I probably will. Anyway, orcs have relentless endurance. If you reach 0 hit points, you regain 1 hit points instead of becoming down. So this is kind of like an unkillable thing. It only happens once, I believe, between long rests. It doesn't seem that good, because you can easily revive someone, but in clutch situations on tacticians, it could be amazing, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying you can just chuck a potion at the downed orc character and he will just get back up. And the other one, which is really cool, when you land a critical hit with a melee weapon attack, your damage dice are tripled instead of doubled. So that's huge crits. But I feel like if I'm going to... Oh, but notice the melee thing though. Can't really be a wizard, can I? What proficiency do wizards get weapons-wise? Daggers, quarterstaffs, light crossbows? What about sorcerers? So same. Warlock can do simple weapons, but I think isn't there a way to unlock more as you level? Or we could multi-class. I don't really want a multi-class though. This is so stupid. I know. I know. I wanna be goofy. It's such a hard choice. Intelligence is probably the least useful ability. Score 2. Martial Prodigy. Oh! Get them. Gits are just superior. Lifetime. So, when I say Gits, I always mean Git Yankees. I know about the lore mainly because of Planescape Torment about Git Yankees and Git Zerai. They hate each other. They are basically the same, like, breed, family. The Git Yankee are the martial warrior ones, and the Git Zerai are like monks, philosophers, like they talk really weird in that game about themselves. They are aliens. They are also similar to a platypus, I think, where they are mammals because they have nipples. See, he has a weird little nipple up there. But they breed with eggs on offward planes. Yeah, it's weird, okay? And we also get Mage Hand if we pick a get. And we have Astral Knowledge, which is new, I think. Gain proficiency in all skills of a chosen ability. Oh, we have 4? We get +2 maybe? Not. Because background. I don't know. I don't know what that means. If we can make edit appearance, let me just look at the options here.
Where to next?
What was that?
I also think we have like 4 more voices, male and female included.
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Like this one.
Hells. Something just woke up down here. Be wary.
More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping the...
Where to next? Well, let's hope the locals are friendly. Hells. Something just woke up down here.
What? Feels like that's 2 different voices.
Be wary. This place is trapped. It's opened. More of those wretched things.
This is more like a mage voice.
There's magic keeping this chest.
Where to next?
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are...
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
Be wary.
It's opened. I want more of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed. I can feel its aura.
Oh, actually, something I wanted to check before I do the Git stuff. I think it should save my edits. If it's anything similar to early access. Let me go to head and just change it. Yeah, okay.
Where to next?
I wanna see.
What was that?
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Hells.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
It's opened.
More of those wretched things. There's magic keeping this chest sealed.
There's
I can
no...
feel its aura.
This is something I was thinking about. There's no good orc voice. Not that it matters much because your character doesn't talk that much. They do have voice lines at certain points. Besides these ones that you hear, which is like perception and like combat voices, you know. But there are some other voice lines that happen with your character voices.
Where to next?
At least
What was
in
that?
early access they did, and I imagine, or one can imagine, there's more of that.
Let's hope the locals are friendly. It's opened.
I guess this is the
I wonder
deepest.
what's more of those wretched things.
Yeah, there's really no like good orc or dwarf voice, I would say. I mean, to be fair, we are half-orcs. Anyway, man, I feel like I should have should I pause the video and just explore this a bit more? I think I'm going to do that. Okay? So, hold on a second. I have to do this manually. Okay, be right back. Alright, so I think I'm leaning towards orc because either way we are going to be a bald guy. And we just show yeah, because it's saved. So look, every hairstyle for the male git is just so bad. Okay, these are the female ones, but still they're just bad. I think either way, if we go git or if we go orc, we are just going to be bald, no matter what. And I think I'm leaning towards orc. Although, as I said, we could be a female guild, which I'm really not against at all. Because they do look hot, but, you know, I kind of like to play male characters in, like, RPGs when you have the choice. Because, you know, you can, like, sort of immerse yourself better. I don't know. Half-Orc. Half-Orc it is. I made him red. Half-Orc Barbarian, probably, because I just remembered. So there's the animal barbarian thing. I forgot. Wild Barbarian? Wild Heart, maybe? Wild Heart? Is that it? There's Wild Heart, Berserker, which is the good one. But you also get Wild Magic Barbarian. So that could be cool. So we have Rage. Let's just read it. And I hold Alt to show the other stuff. While raging, you are stronger and you deal 2 extra damage with melee and improved weapons and when throwing objects. I really want to throw stuff. That's why I want to jump and I want to throw stuff. That's why I'm doing Barbarian, by the way. You have resistance to physical damage and advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Rage ends early if you don't attack an enemy or take damage each turn. You can't cast or concentrate on spells while raging. Ooh. Wait, you can't cast? God damn, that's bad if I wanna multi-class. I guess we just won. The other option would be to be an orc paladin. But no, too many people are playing that. Unarmored defense is good. Defense, sorry. Yeah. Okay, what are the ratios again? Dark vision, the savage attacks. Yeah, sure. Proficiency, simple, and martial weapons. Good. So that's a good selection there. And I will show you the character creator. I just made this. I think we are going with the head one, the old raisin head, because it looks the most evil. This one is like, yeah. Or, yeah, this one is also really cool. We almost look like a genie if I make him blue. Oh. Well, that's a crash. Cool. Hold on. Okay, well, that was not the first crash, by the way. When I was testing if I should run it in Vulkan or DirectX 11, it did crash. I thought it was just a one-time thing. I deleted my old app data folder with my old saves from early access. Although because of cloud saves, they still might be in. I don't know if they are accessible or not. But I thought it was something to do with like how Vulkan builds shaders. Apparently it wasn't, because we just crashed. But I think the other option could be because I'm overclocking. Anyway, all skin colors. Chile. Because this one, at least this way you see the full customization from the beginning. Okay, I see. How wrinkly can we get with head 1? I mean, it doesn't change that much, just on the forehead and on the cheeks. Scar, sure, an orc barbarian does need a scar. It's not really visible. Can I change the color of it? Not really. I mean, I guess because we are red, it can be barely seen. You know what? This seems like self-inflicted, so let's keep that. No freckles. And this is the vitiligo, the pigment thing.
Let's hope the locals are friendly.
Body art. Some of the tattoos are really cool. There's a bunch of new ones. These are old, I believe. But the one I put on earlier was new for sure. Let's just show it. I like this. Sort of like a fake beard sort of thing. We could use this as an excuse for our character not being able to grow a single piece of hair on his head. But the chest, I guess, works for him, hair-wise. This is also cool. Which one was I using even? It was a full head one. Why I cannot see it? Yeah, what the hell? Where is it? So why is it not like proper black? It's because our skin is, or maybe because of the scars? Let me turn off the scarring. I lost it. I can't find it. That's the Deadpool one. Oh, it's this one. See? There's like flames on the back. Okay, piercings. Could probably go all out. Oh, cool. I think depending on the race, you have different options, maybe. So I watched some character creator videos before, when I was still downloading the game. Ooh, that's really cool. But this seems more like something a Dark Elf would use, you know. Minotaur ring. Yeah, actually, there's a shit ton of options. Bard rings. Hang on, what was that? Yeah, this one, mega piercing. No, maybe that's too much. Ooh. Maybe that's too much. Where's the Minotaur one? That's kind of enough, I think. Although we have such big ears, I think we should put some piercings in that. Yeah. These ones are cool too, but I feel like it needs more. Like I want some on the side. Hold on. What about... Oh, that's just... Oh no, there's one. Okay. Subduer loops. This one. This one. But it gives nose piercings. I feel like... Yeah, let's go with... Hold on. Not sure, not sure. I guess this. No, not too badass. I feel like the eyebrow ones add a lot. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with this. Let's just go full out. Okay, eyes. We're not going to use heterochromia. We're going to go for the demonic eyes. Demonic green. You know what? That looks better. Yeah. It's black, but it's green. Or we can do something like this. Or maybe turn one white. Do we have a full option without like a pupil and an iris when it's white? Like, you know, blind in one eye. I guess the pupil will stay. Oh. No. No need for heterochromia. Makeup? Yeah. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Lipstick? Oh my god. Hold on. You also have a randomizer option here, which is cool, by the way. Nah, no need for lipstick, come on. Hair, we are not going to do anything with that. Facial hair, no. Yeah, no need for that. Alright, that's appearance. Right. Still not 100% sure about this, by the way, our choice. But I'm going to go with it. You have light armor and medium armor and shields. I think... Does it say here? Oh. It doesn't, but I thought barbarians can't wear... Because I think there is a way to learn heavy armor, but I think they can't... Like they can't rage when they do that, right? Oh yeah, wearing heavy armor impedes your rage. Impedes means that it doesn't work with it, right? Okay. So what are our basics? Perception, I think it's athletics, perception, intimidation. Yeah, seems like it. Outlander, maybe? Wait, was it athletics or acrobatics? Oh, wait. I think you can change it either way, no? I think we are going to go with Outlander. You grew up in the wilds, learning to survive far from the comforts of civilization. Surviving unusual hazards of the wild will enhance your prowess and understanding. Or should we? I mean, I know we are a barbarian, but we could be like a weird barbarian with a weird backstory for dialogue options mainly. Because I think you can change it in the skills. Maybe a noble. Oh, but that's history. And persuasion. I think I'm fine with just intimidation. Okay, fine. Let's go with this. Athletics apparently helps resist shoves. I think during EA one of them was bugged. Hopefully it's fixed. It was either athletics or acrobatics. Like I know one of them was not working against shoves, that is. All right, points wise. Do we want equal points? Hold on. Let's clear this. So obviously we want strength. Yes. We probably want dex too, and a lot of corn. I mean, come on, we are barbarians, so yeah. Let's do that, and then we can add one more point later. Or we can find some gear that gives that. Probably want 16 corn. Maybe 12 dex for initiative. And I think it's also hit chance, right? Armor class is affected too. Oh. I guess that's good for Barb. Are we just going to be... Oh no. I don't really care about charisma. Because I expect to fail and have bad outcomes turn out to be something else. Initially I wanted to be like a really charisma focused build, you know? But then I wouldn't pick Barbarian. And look at us. Like, this guy is not charismatic. I think... What if I just raise my int a bit? We're not charismatic. Yeah, let's... We still have 3 points left. Put 2 in here. Oh, wait, what? Oh, it takes more? Oh, yeah, it does. Ooh. Do we need that? Let me see at the skill. See the skills. This way, history is still -1. But I could... Oh no, I can't increase it. I guess because it's too low, right? Yeah. Maybe? Or is it? Hold on. Huh. Maybe it's a class thing? It probably is a class thing. -1. Okay, so those are the background ones. Gain from race. Force of personality though. Maybe let's get like 10 charisma. And then... $10 int. But then we are left with an uneven point. Oh, wait. Oh, right, okay. Does it matter though? Maybe we can find something that increases... Yeah, let's rely on finding an item in-game. We can also change this, I believe, later when we respec, or if we want to respec. So it doesn't matter that much. Should be we putting this? I guess let's just put it in Dex. No. No, 12 Dex is enough. So the reason I'm putting this in here, because in case we go down the wild path, although I'm not sure which one affects that. Oh well. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do that. Okay. Proficiencies. Well, there's not much that we can change. I know sometimes they get like an extra one. So yeah. Perception can stay. Animal handling maybe. You can get speak with animals if you go Wildheart Barbarian at level 3. Alright, that's it. Alright, a name. You know what? Ray. Sin. Because he has a raising face. Yeah. Although I kind of feel like it. The sin part, you know. Ray. Oh, you know what? Too obvious. Zin. Yeah. Don't wanna get confused with another well-known sin guy. Yeah. Okay. Proceed. Right. So I know that this is different from early access because I've seen it. That's like the only actually in-game spoiler I seen. So before, this was not a guardian. This was our lover. Oh, interesting. Oh, never mind. I thought you pick your lovers like or the guardian's class, but you don't. Okay, never mind. There is one tiefling appearance that I really like, and I guess it will go well with our why is it not rendering? Huh? Uh-oh. It's this one. Yeah, I don't know why it's... I did turn down the texture quality to medium. But that should be model quality. Oh. Is that it? I turned it down while I was creating the character. Well, when that crash happened. So let's see. I guess it's fine now. Maybe I just had to wait. Which is weird. Either way, subrace. Martial strength. Zariel. Wield fire and darkness from the Archdevil Asmodeus, Infernal Bloodline, and Mephis. Oh, it's not working again. Hold on, let me just leave it on high then. Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe because I changed it. Descendant from the Archdevil Mephistopheles, these siblings are gifted with a particular affinity for arcane magic. You know what? Let's do Mephistopheles. I think this was the class or the subrace I was playing in EA. And I really like this head. And make her red too, or maybe or pinkish. And the green one looks weird. Let's make her something like that.
Remarkable.
Good luck.
Follow your
Oh.
instincts.
Right, makes sense
Don't
that
be
there's only
afraid.
two voices. Need scars. Ooh. That matches ours. But maybe because of that we won't take it. Oh, I wish the bow was not there. That's the same we have. I want to give her something different. If we are going to go with a tattoo. Maybe that. It's a bit much though. Something smaller maybe. Like that. Maybe one of the old writing ones. That's too much. Where's the one at the eyebrow? There. Never mind, don't need it. Piercings. Oh, this is a good opportunity to check if they have the same ones. I think there are slight variations. Let's see. That's good. Let's go with that. May change her skin color. The hair is probably the most important, which I should do first. Like that, something like this. I'm like showing my OC by doing this, by spending too much time on this. Black. Highlights. Oh, right. No graying. And like that. Okay. The horns. Don't like ones that clip too much. Seems like the original one was the best. Yeah, the horns look weird all of a sudden. Which one was the one that you had before? I don't know, let's go with that. Then, no need for the horns to be purple. Something like that. Can change the tip color. Isn't that... Something like that, okay. I wanna change her skin to be like a bit darker maybe. Darker red. Purplish? No, too much purple. Orange? I think we are going to stick with red. Can't even tell if I changed. I think she's darker now. Yeah, she looks good. Although, before we decide, it's like a couple other hairstyles that look cool. I'm not sure how much it matters, because during the early access we don't see her that much. Yeah, I like this. But no, I like the short hair one. What is it? This. Alright, finally. I don't know how long this took, probably an hour. To get to the actual game. Now, I am excited about something on the Nautiloid. I learned a couple things during my multiplayer testing grounds. And I think now I heard rumors about being a timer. Oh wait, this is the full cutscene, isn't it? Alright, I shut up then. Alrighty. I wonder if she will have dialogue to being a half-orc, that we are supposed to be green and kind of similar to her. I guess they are yellow, but... I feel like this is a title drop. I'm still not sure to this day. The 3 being dead. Like a subtle, sort of subtle title drop. Oh, interesting. Isn't this the goblin place? The inside of it? This splash screen? Maybe not. Oh, this is new. I'm awake. Alright. Autosave.
My head.
Yeah, the voice. Oh man. I almost feel like there should be an option to. Oh yeah. These are like my early access test characters. I should feel like. No, not stream. I feel like what I was gonna say. There should be an option to pitch down the voice, you know? Okay, I saved there because I wanna check if the footage got corrupted because of that crash like it did in the very first episode of Early Access. So you probably won't see a thing because I will edit the 2 videos together. So be right back. Alright, it seems to work. I mean, seems like there's no problems. I just skimmed through it real quick.
These boots have seen everything.
Peridot, this is different. Green is... Oh, okay. Home.
Alright, what now? Looking ahead.
Okay.
Dead. Good.
Oh, and the log is now active. Combat log at the right of your screen keeps track of your encounters. Hover over the text to learn more. Oh, it still shows the version number. Interesting. Will it always appear there though? Guess we will find out. So now that we are out of the character creator, let me up the music a bit to like 69. Ooh, so mature. Okay. Well, I know what happens if you do this, but let's see if there's
The
anything.
pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Oh, actually, let me turn the game audio up in OBS. Sorry, I'm doing it. Okay, just a bit. Investigate. Skill check. Some dialogue options require a skill check, a dice roll. Yeah. And we can add bonus to it. Oh, and it now also says what was the thing at the top that you did, the action. Okay. What's that? Is that Twitch?
You notice nothing more than meets the eye.
It should not hurt me, and even if it does, it doesn't matter. Okay, it did. Okay, I actually like that log. Told me that I took 3
I
damage.
feel better.
I really hope there's a mirror, because I have a feeling I took the wrong voice. I'm not going to do the character creator again. Let me see about. Oh, they changed this a bit from EA. Yeah, it's much nicer. Man, it's so hard for me to read. Maybe I should sit closer. Green is poison, but no more dangerous than a pebble. Oh, you know what I want to check? In early access, you could only dip your weapon in fire. I wonder if that changed.
Someone else got out.
Either way. Oh, they moved the jar. I'm going to collect those jars. I think they are important if they are still on the ship. Is really nothing here? I know the Nautiloid is the palm of my hand because, again, lots of multiplayer testing and playing multiplayer with randoms is, let me tell you, an experience that you probably don't want to experience yourself. Let's just leave it at that. Maybe if you played the game like 3 times, you could mess around in it. But I definitely don't recommend it.
Visions project into your mind. A Nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
It's new. Oh, hold on. I forgot to turn off this. Okay. Not sure if we should take these. It's my dark vision. They changed the effect in case you haven't seen yet. It's now acts like this in a cone instead of illuminating up the whole room, which I think is way nicer, by the way. Oh, hold on, my laptop is messing up. I'm not on the laptop. It's on my side, but I need it. Sorry. Let me take a sip of my drink. Okay, we are unsurprisingly kind of dumb, as one may have expected. Okay, sorry. Oh, and we have oh, these are our camp clothes, I think. All right, there's also a Twitch drop that I should get, but it will be, I guess I will just not actually watch the stream if I ever get that. Okay, so we have the same AC. And yeah, the boots don't count, I think. It's only the main armor, so we can be just naked.
Not everyone made it out alive.
For now. Because I think these are clothes, right? No. It's yeah, okay. It's 10. Yeah, nothing changes. Okay, so it seems like they moved a bunch of stuff. There was another chest here before. Oh, cool. So
Like the other survivors.
they changed the audio for this. That's so cool. It was so annoying before, so loud.
Wonder who was inside. Might still be stuck inside.
And every
having been
time
attacked.
someone would do it in either multiplayer or in whatchamacallit. Or you know, you just do a lot of jumps back to back. Play that really annoying sound. How did I take damage? Alright, F5 here. Also, I forgot to mention the game is on my M2. It's on my SSD. Just in case you are wondering. I forgot to say that in the very beginning. How? It's a goblin.
Images of goblins, their habits and histories flash into your mind.
It's a regular brain jar.
A schematic of a Nautiloid flashes into your mind. Nerves, sinews, as much living being as ship.
I feel like once we leave this room, if the timer is still a thing, I guess it would trigger there. Or maybe after you meet with Lae'zel. No? Maybe move it? Okay, I guess that's nothing. Read. Huh. Same with this. Interesting. Eldritch table.
1,000 years of humanoid
Okay, that's
history.
an old one.
Elves, dwarves,
Oh,
humans,
tablet,
and
not table.
more flash behind your eyes.
I'm just looking around because I know there are things that are not highlighted when you press Alt. So, also FYI, this will be a very slow and long playthrough. And a very meticulous one. Where I will make a lot of bad choices. I think I could just jump up there, but let's just take the elevator. Also, I think it looks visually slightly different. It's definitely darker, I feel.
We are here.
So I cannot even pick these up. Alright. I do need this guy to do something that I want.
Yes, you've come to save us from this place. From this place, you'll free us. Please. Before they return.
Oh,
They
oh
return.
of course. I think you're past the point of saving. Tell me what to do.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Who am I talking to? A man or a brain?
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect
Oh.
devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
That's a surprise. Break the skull. I should click on that. I don't know what that is. Is that the deluxe edition thing, maybe?
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient, should it prove a threat.
No. Oh, thank you. Spare the creature. Any injuries might weaken it. We need a strong brained puppy.
We are free. Our freedom is ours, friend.
The creature pauses, listening. Something behind your eyes seizes in recognition.
We must go to the helm. At the helm, we are needed.
Oh, there's more lines, I think. What should I call you?
Us. We are us.
What's at the
The
helm?
brain tenses.
Maybe there's
as
no
though
new ones.
querying an unseen advisor.
Do you not hear it? We will not survive here. We are needed to navigate. We are needed to leave this realm.
Alright, let's go.
To the helm we go. We are going to the helm.
Some allies may temporarily join you. You can directly control their movement and actions. Click a follower's portrait to take control of them. He's still a newborn? Or she? Oh, do you have anything on you? Wait. Wait. You couldn't take him before with you. There is a reason I would like to take him. Okay, so he's 75. Let me see actually. Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, I think I got my... these are the deluxe stuff that everyone got who basically, quote-unquote, pre-ordered. But, yeah, pre-order meant early access this time. Oh, right, there's also crafting now. I forgot to mention that. And if... Oh, it remembered. Maybe it's H by default. Okay. I believe we find recipes as we play more of them. Cool. Hold on. Actually, let's do a hard save. The reason I want to bring that body in case we find one of the jars, which I will talk more about that once we are out or if we find them. How heavy are these? Not heavy at all. Let's go to options. I want to see. No. Why did that reset? Closed. Cross saves are not needed now. Okay, that's good. Okay, all those are okay. Is there... We might enable the north-facing minimap at some point. Should I do this? I think you guys can read it because the stuff is big enough. Maybe... No, if I do it slightly, it's ugly. I guess I can increase it a bit. Enable automatic addition of container items like bags, pouches, or chests to the hotbar when acquired. No. Okay, I was looking for... I kind of forgot what I was looking for. Oh. Accessibility also has the nudity option. Interesting. I guess it's like all the important options at one place. Oh, right. Keybinds. Keybinds. So you shit with you. G is group mode. Okay, alchemy is H by default, I think. If I reset this. Actually, I'm not going to press it because I hope it would be just like this page, but I never know. And F is the quick switch for weapons. Rated powers is B. Is that a spoiler? Or I actually can't remember if that menu screen with the elated powers was in the game before. Inspiration? Oh, I think that's just checking it, right? I think that's just checking your inspiration roll points / journal things. Okay. I don't necessarily see anything new besides this. Yeah, these are the reactions. P. Oh, they changed this too. I think this was not full screen before. Oh, and the new map. This is the map of your surroundings. You can view quest locations and place custom markers. You can also place custom markers? Oh, hold on. And teleport. Yeah, they definitely changed the map. It's prettier, I know that. And you can also review all your dialogue. Wow. Alright. So another jar would be there. Hang on. Was this called operating table? Oh. How heavy are you again? 35. Damn, we are strong. Okay. Obviously, we are not going to carry them all the way. There is a reason I'm carrying Mirnat. Oh, there's another reason. So if we carry him off the ship, then we can race him. Oh, but who knows if he will have dialogue or not. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Oh. Oh. There's a cutscene now. Oh.
Abomination. This is your end.
It's a much smoother cutscene
Your
than
head
before.
drops and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes. Ugh. My head. What is this? Ugh. Skvar. You are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Okay. We need to figure out where we are.
We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First,
Oh.
we exterminate the imps. Then we find the
This
helm
looks
and
so
take
good.
control of the ship. As for that thing, it will remain tame as long as it believes we are thralls. It may be of use in the fight to come.
And they fixed that. Before... Oh, the pop-in. Oh, we're just going for it. Well, I guess this is proper tutorial fight. Because I heard that some journos had problems with killing Lae'zel instantly. Oh, huh? Can I not disable the outlines? Hold on. Don't like these outlines. Grave. Well, which... Clear. Oh, okay. The grave is next to 1. I have a different... It's basically my 0, but it's called grave. Okay, get ready to fight. Combat happens in rounds, and each participant gets a turn. The game pauses around you during combat, so you have time to plan your actions. During your turn, you can move, take an action, the green one, and take a bonus action, the triangle, orange. Is there really no way to turn... Oh, hold on, I never looked at you. Blind sight. This creature can perceive its surroundings without relying on sight. Makes sense. Dark vision. Opportunity. It's an aberration. Warped alien beings that have come to Faerun from beyond the multiverse. Okay, not much else. I guess they separated these two tabs. Let's see. And it's very jarring, I have to say. The highlights. Oh well. I feel like you can still go further distance if you jump. We have our turns at the same
Stand on
time
my feet.
as well. So hold on, where are we even? Oh, this is completely different. It's just a zone. Oh no, never. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Camera distance, the camera can move. Yeah, we know that. We can only go as far as this. Seems like 100. No, it's like 70. It cuts off at 70. Although that's not a good measurement because it's not in a straight line. Not that it matters. Alright, Barbarian. I think we just do the easy stuff. And by easy stuff, I mean we're going to
One day
move
I'll
over
catch a
there.
break.
Throw a goblin at the guy. What the? Okay. What? What happened? Is it dead? Why are they highlighted? Oh. Okay. Night works. Interesting. Could you dip in blood? No. That was a thing in DOS 2. What other is that orange juice or sorry, purple juice here even? No. All right.
Time to strike.
So I can't just. Oh, it's prone. It's not dead.
Taking
Okay.
position.
Are they both there? Oh, did we? Okay, they are still both there. Good. I guess I could. It's a bonus action. Yeah, if I had the movement. I think when they are prone, they cannot. Never mind, they can attack.
Another fight. Let's go.
Just finish it. Okay, so this is why I wanted to pick Barbarian.
Now, to the helm.
Some allies can join you on your adventure. You can control them the same way as you do your own character. Click a companion portrait to take control of them.
Indolence breeds madness.
Hold on, can I access your inventory? No. Yes, okay, they changed it back. You can equip items from your inventory by double clicking them or dragging them. Yeah. I'm just reading everything out loud, so even viewers who don't know.
Never a dull moment.
Don't know BG3 can like learn through me, I guess. So one thing I noticed, so in patch 9, in the first EA version that we played, You could access others' inventories too, including... Oh, I guess you can access it, but I don't think you can pick up or pack anything, because...
Wish to live in more interesting times.
yeah, I cannot send it to us. Interesting. And in patch 9, which was the final patch before release, you couldn't access each other's inventory, so they changed it back. Very interesting. Also, I want to check something. Gits have a unique underwear. The player gets. What about Lae'zel? Okay. They updated hers too. That's the unique one. So it's not unique anymore.
Can't give up now.
There is a reason to undress characters, and I will show you that a bit later.
Best be on my way.
Assume if you break these, those just emit slime. Oh! Oh, never mind. Because the ship changed, so... I have a feeling that those 3 jars in EA are very important. I went back and looked at my footage from EA, because there was a post on Reddit about them, the jars. And in the first iteration of early access, they had the tag story item on them. The post was about like, what do you think those are? And a bunch of people pointed out that it could be related to the Dead 3, like the bad gods, Baal, and I forgot the other two's name. Basically the evil mortal gods who ascended to... Although, is Baal ascended? I can't remember. To godhood.
Ship won't be able to take another dragon attack. We need to get out before it's too late.
That's my voice? Okay, I think I picked the right voice. Sometimes when he speaks softly, it's just... oh man, this is so weird. It's just... strange to me. Like when he whispers. Oh wow. I guess I don't know this ship anymore. Oh, and we are in... So that whole part got skipped. Brain in a jar. Dark mind. I saw it because they changed it to
Touch
green.
nothing without knowing its purpose.
Guess there's still Shadowheart. Yep. So, I kind of want to wake them.
Unleash.
I think it's the middle one.
Can't read this script.
I know Unleash make... No, the middle one, I think... I think this is Execute. The middle one just infuses them or something. I think Unleash is Unleash.
Psionic energy radiates from
No.
the prisoners.
Okay, so the middle one is the
They do
actual...
not
Hold on,
react.
what? These are different NPCs.
The man isn't dead, but he's totally unresponsive.
Those necklaces that they have, they are... the absolute guys wear them, and also the trolls. Unresponsive. I cannot pick up this guy.
Life flickers in his eyes, but he seems totally unaware of his surroundings.
That might be the same guy, just updated. Alright, let's talk to Shadowheart first.
You! Get me out of this damn thing! We have no time for stragglers.
Wait. That's an option? Grip the pod's lid and pull? So we don't need the tablet? No way that's going to work, right?
This ship is crashing? Do you intend to die for a stranger?
Wait. Don't give up. Tear this thing open. Wait. I keep forgetting to click on that. That might just be your buffs. Holy shit. Okay.
At last.
Yeah, sure.
Thought I was done for.
So that must mean that you can dip in electricity. She's also shocked.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a gift with you.
You keep dangerous company.
Kind of hope that she would have a different hairstyle. I hate her haircut, but that's okay. Dangerous company is what you need in a fight.
Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
So in the version I played, you couldn't rescue her here, but in later patches, in early access, you could. I forgot my name is Raisin. Okay. Alright then, let's get going. Actually, did you feel what I felt just before? We were in each other's heads.
I did. It must be because of those parasites they put in us. But that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not?
Alright, let's get going. I'm Raisin.
Shadowheart. One moment.
Oh, I have to tell you something. What's that?
It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
So I don't think I found out in my initial YouTube playthrough what that cube she has is. But sadly I got a bit ahead of myself and I triggered something with that cube, so I know what that is.
What's next?
Actually, I'm not going to talk with her about that. So I just did that so we can do this fight with more people.
Assume nothing. I wonder what the next move is.
Let's get going.
There's no timer
Hostile.
yet. Maybe in the main fight? Okay, just making sure.
Ready. Got to keep fighting.
I will ascend.
It does have attack of opportunity. We could pommel.
Let's finish this.
Shadowheart misses 70%. What's your cantrip? Yeah, this one. Oh, cool. Okay.
I am fury. I am death.
I knocked them out.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Knocking them out, I think, is basically the same as killing them. Still cannot pick this guy up.
Should mind my step.
Because if I do this, I am going to kill you. Yeah, we don't get more XP. Oh! Oh! Okay, so they have to be dead. You can't just pick up knocked out guys. But interestingly, it didn't work on the... Oh no, never mind. They were on the table. Okay. Dark Mind. A humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in a cerebrospinal fluid. And they changed them to green.
Brain in a jar.
Faint images appear in your mind. A brain, a Githyanki warrior, and centuries of darkness.
Okay, so they moved that tablet from the operating room to here. Okay, we don't have a lockpicking tool, right? Yeah. It could be that this is not the bridge and they just moved that outside segment. This one should be friendly, right? Can we convince it to join? Thank you. Actually, can I pick that up? Sure can. Uh-oh. Let's touch this.
Maybe not.
Okay. If you say so. That's the key. They moved it, I think. This log is really useful. Also, I guess I did not talk about the UI. For one, we have different character portraits, which I guess by this point it's obvious. You also have different bars. You can move these, but more importantly, this wasn't in early access in the last iteration, but you can extend them. Because this, the two sized one, is not enough. However, oh, that's really cool. That's really cool that you can do that individually for all characters. And if you have trouble finding your actions, your bonus actions, and your class skills, for me it's the rage charge, and you can do that. You click this X to cancel that. Then you have your common actions, you have your class actions, you have your items, you have your passive. Note that in items, not everything shows up in case like you want to throw stuff. For example, you know, I press X, I just use the hotkey for it. Or you can just go to the throw action and you can just see everything that's in your inventory that way. I think it shows everything. It seems like it. And the custom you can set one up yourself. And you press F to switch weapons, but we don't have another one equipped right now. I guess I could equip a crossbow. You can switch between holding your ranged or melee weapons. Yeah, it even tells you, which is nice. I don't think it did before. I guess... I'm not sure if they keep their items after the tutorial. I mean, I think they do, because look. They all have keyrings and such. Maybe it's safer if I put everything on myself. Send this to Laser.
Action, not reaction. Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Which one are you using? The sword, right? Yeah.
No one's stopped me yet.
Okay. Open this. Huh. Okay. The tablet is not there. Is it because I already ripped it open, or did they move it? So where's that other little guy? Stop.
We are one.
Oh, okay.
How many hosts of these gay infected?
Maybe it's on the troll.
Dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
To be fair, it may make sense if they reduced that combat encounter so you earn less XP. Oh, there's another one. It's a slave mind. A humanoid brain, alive and in perfect condition, suspended in cerebrospinal fluid. So the reason I wanted Mirnet is to see if I can... Okay, that didn't work. Like... Should I go back and try and put the brain in him? Oh, there's the rune.
A rune? But for what?
Wait, did I look at this pod?
Dazed woman is
Oh, I
trapped.
did. Let's transform her. Place your hand on the
As you
console.
place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
I really wish you could take off the watermark now that the game is released, but I feel like that's probably there in case Larian watches streams, videos, or people post screenshot on the forums for troubleshooting. That probably helps them.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we are not purified, this may be our fate.
We need to get out of here before it's our turn.
The newborn mind flayer stares at you, weak and dazed.
Okay, is there clipping of tentacles? I don't see that. Cool, cool. I'm not nitpicking, you know, I'm just observing, really. So, there should be another small room. This is definitely a big circular... Yeah, that's definitely the main room. So that part got cut. Interesting. It's probably to not confuse players or something. And just keep the Nautiloid as a small tutorial. Okay, I'm going to go back down. Ew, I just noticed it's called arterial mesh. Yuck. We're still missing one jar. Dark slave, we need the our mind. Maybe it's worth going way back just to look for it, to make sure we have not missed it. 'Cause I want to do something in that fight. I'm kind of hoping they changed it
We
though.
must not delay.
That table is not really a table, so the only option is to try and put him back in the chair. It's not a real chair there. Little higher Mirnat. Oh, I see. So I can't move him. Don't think that will work. Maybe on the table? I know this is really dumb because there's like no way to interact. Interact with the jar on the body? Oh. Interesting, this didn't spew out acid. Oh. Yeah, like I have no option, and if I keep throwing it, it will break eventually. Interestingly, the other descriptions about this item changed. There was more info about them in each iteration. Now it's just reduced to that dialogue. I guess if they wanted you to find the third one in here, and if it's still in here, I feel like you would see it. Because for one, it's green now. Oh. No, I got the stuff from that. Okay. Alright. Let's go back. But before we do, actually, let me just talk to them.
Not now. We must go to the helm.
Why are you? And why are you helping me?
Who am I? Your only chance of survival. Now move. You are wasting time.
Hard not to ask questions. Why the hell?
Control over the ship. Or do you wish to die here?
Okay, so nothing new there. Shadowheart?
Something the matter? Besides the obvious, that is.
Shadowheart. Unusual name.
Pondering my name won't get us off this ship. Let's stow the small talk until we're safe, shall we?
I mean, I guess if you watch Panel from here, you also know more about Shadowheart, so there's that. Any suggestions for how to proceed?
Well, jumping overboard is hardly an option. So that leaves us with taking control of this ship. Provided we can figure out how to do that, of course.
Let's keep going.
I'm right behind you.
Alright. Do you have anything to say to us?
Creature reaches into your mind, its thoughts rattling against yours. Something inside you squirms in recognition.
Friend, we will go to the helm now.
Why was I forced onto this ship?
To know you. To love you. To give you our gift.
Oh, thanks, I guess. Something was put in my eye. What was it?
A gift. A gift to make you as we are. Soon you will be so beautiful. So powerful.
Can you tell me where we are?
In a realm where we have fled. We have fled to a realm called Avernus, first of the 9 hells. We are escaping a great evil. We are going to the helm! My friend and I are going to the helm.
Alright, let's actually go to the helm. Not this way. But the goblin corpse is still there. Don't want to pick it up now. I think it could put us over. Actually, well, it's easily solvable though. Oh no, it's not. How come you cannot carry corpses? Okay, maybe if I drop it and pick it up with her.
Flackets will be done.
Oh, we'll see.
Despite everything.
Indolence breeds madness.
Again, I'm just doing this to talk to them later. Oh, really? I guess these are human corpses.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Oh, and you just can't. Oh, I guess you need strength to even pick them up. Should I lower your weight?
Still alive.
It actually...
That's pretty good.
Oh, I pressed M for the... No. Well, that's another crash. Okay, be right back. Be right back. Maybe I switched to Vulcan for worse performance. I don't know yet. Alright, we are back where we were. It saved before that. But I did not pick up the bodies this time. And I just want to show you this. I'm trying to jump over here and it's interrupted, so that's nothing, just in case you are wondering. So again, I think the crashes may happen either because of the overclocking or maybe the textures being on high, which I reduced to medium now, which I think...
Something the matter? Besides the
Yeah.
obvious, that is.
There's not much difference, really.
I'm right behind you.
Well, I guess I should talk to them.
You're keen to chat for someone immortal. Pondering my name won't get us off. Well, provided we can figure out how to...
Let's just do that in case it
Not
matters.
now. Now move. Your control over the ship.
Okay, F5. Remember, we still need one more jar. Actually, let's do a hard save here. We are on Tactician after all. Oops.
We are nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Cane yank.
Oh, it triggers now. Okay, this looks better. Like their clothes before were kind of silly looking. A bit less detail on them. Ooh.
Brawl. Connect the nerves of the transponder. We must escape. Now.
Do it.
They have
Deal with
bigger
the day
heads now.
after we escape.
Connect the nerves. Nerves. We will connect them.
They used to have squid heads. Oh, straight. There's a turn limit? No. God damn it. I don't think you can do that then in single player. Unless you really build for it. Oh, that's cool that it says it's Tactician. If I wanna jump like this. Nah. Maybe we can trigger an attack opportunity. Or just tank. Ooh.
We need to get out of here now.
That was cool. Okay. Anyone can go. How's the Mind Flayer?
Time to strike.
Oh, I should have dipped instead. Is the Mage Hand useful here? No. These are all actions. How much health you have? Not much.
Where do I go from here?
Okay.
Let's end this.
No, no, no. He's smart.
To push my luck again.
Again, I should have dipped. What am I doing? Holy. I can just loot it. Yeah. The trolls probably have something and oh, do we see the jar? No. No. It could be on a corpse. Or maybe it's just not on the ship. I think we want to check the troll bodies. If I save scam, this is going to be the point where I will. Okay, that costs action points to do that in combat. These ones probably are empty. I know it's kind of silly that I'm using this to check them. We can save scum this, I don't really want to. And I did not say that, but I just in general don't want to save scum. If we can avoid it. But I really want that jar.
Let's see.
One to 8. Unlikely that that will kill, but I think I have to try. Cool. Again, I keep forgetting to dip. Does it have a turn limit? No, it's until long rest. I think I'm just... No, let's wait with that because it's a bonus action anyway. How much healing? 4.
Take 2.
Okay. Combat feels way better because of these like tactical zoom outs and that pop-up. So I think we are going to jump first. I guess it doesn't even matter if I dip it in fire because he's a Cambion, fire resistant, right? Oh, god damn it. I will dash then. So we'll dash over there. Oh, notice though, because he's ranged, and I assume because we are a tactician, he went backwards. Ole. The boss is doing some great damage. I think... No. Fuck. That was a mistake. I wanted to try and throw. Well, I thrown the round. I'm not going to rage yet. Because I don't know if I get to attack next round. So, something we could do... Oh, but the little boy is there. Oh, well. Oh! I think it missed him.
My path be true.
There's a lot of acid there. Oh, wait. Can we dip? No? Really? Oh, wait. Cancel. Sword. Really? Huh. Not even in the oily Nautiloid stuff. Okay.
Ready. On my way.
Firebolt it, even though it's fire resistant. Although... Oh. Are you fire resistant? Doesn't say. Devil Sight. Yeah, no resistances. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Okay. Dip, no dipping opportunities. We're a bit closer.
Throw their corpses in the sticks.
No! Another crash? Okay. Okay, I will I guess try Vulcan. Well, here we are once more, this time in Vulcan. Hopefully, no more crashes. And I switch back the textures too. Although I guess we will get some stutters because we switched the API. Okay, let's just skip this.
Do it.
Connect.
Because again, I think it has to build up like the shaders. Maybe that's why the stuttering happens in Vulcan. Might be wrong about this and just speak complete nonsense. Also going to do a save, I guess. Okay, so don't jump. Maybe if I do a rush attack. And I will pass through the fire, but whatever. Oh, never mind. I thought the rush attack just teleports you. Apparently not. Okay, my flare is doing some good damage. Remember, I think we did disable Karmic dice, right? Yes. Shadowheart is in the way, but oh well. Survive. Will you move again? Yeah. Oh no, it didn't survive, never mind.
Moving.
Alright, but you don't have a ranged weapon upgrade. Target cannot be an inanimate entity. I guess it's just better to just fireball it. We still heal the Mind Flayer instead of laser. Oh, although maybe that was a mistake. Oh. Just switch it up.
On the move.
Okay, that didn't do anything. Cool. And okay, no, oh, I see. So that purple thing I think is the dip or the effect icon. It doesn't last for that long. We could heal, I think, with Shadowheart. Is there a point of checking this trial? Not really. Did I check that one? I think I did. Not this one though. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Still attack. I guess just shoot it. Oh! Oh no, buddy! So sorry. Whoops.
On the move.
I think this is kind of a cursed encounter. Why is it only 40? High defense. It hit. Let's do an F5. I still have my other save.
Worth a shot.
Throw their corpse in the sticks.
Ignore the devil. We must take the transponder.
Oh, we missed. Goddamn. 13 turns. I think it could be enough.
Time to strike.
But he's kind of low. That's a self heal. Because still, if I... Oh no, throwing is an action, not a bonus action. Lacerate. Okay. He did save. No. Got you, boss, don't worry. I think it's time I rage. You have unlocked an action as the result of another ability, feature, or condition. It will remain at the side of your hotbar until those conditions expire. So it's right here. To keep raging, you have to attack an enemy each turn, I think. That's what it said. I feel like I should still... How long until this fire is gone? It doesn't say.
Light on my feet.
I mean, I should have moved closer before. Oh, and it's the crossbow that's deeped. My bad. Okay, that was a fumbled turn. Oh. Of course the fire is now gone. Let's just go up and whack the imp. Ooh. These ones sell for like 30 coins, I think. Actually, I can probably check it. 25, they decreased the price. It was 35 or something like that. Guess I might as well check this imp. They can't really do much. Ooh.
I must reach the helm.
No. I don't want to disengage. We still have 12 turns. I don't know. I know there's a way to slow down Cambions. At least I think there used to be. If you trigger that cutscene. Hold on, am I... I can't tell if I see screen tearing or not. I know that was an issue in early access if you use triple buffering instead of double. And look, they even cleared this platform, so we know there's nothing out there. If we gain Dex... Wait, is this an action? It is, so let's not do that. Let's heal up. I don't know if the mage hand is any use here. Because it cannot attack, right? God damn it. How much HP we have? 22. Maybe if I shove him. Ooh, cool.
Talk to me.
Okay. Oh, we used our spell slots by doing Guiding Bolt and the healing. That's really bad. So... can't really do much here. God damn. Ooh. He's dead. We are also dead. Yeah, there's no way I do 116 damage. So
I am fury. I am death.
let's take that. Try and push him. Okay. Guess we will disengage. No.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
We will attack. Not that it matters. We'll shove. Didn't really work the way. Oh, wait. It did.
I am fury. I am death.
Okay, I see the arrow.
Where do I go?
Laser cannot move. We can, however. Oh well. So, in case you are wondering why I'm trying to kill him, he, in early access, gives his sword. And it's a good sword. I think we have to say no to that. Trigger the cutscene and actually leave.
It's clean. Hurry before they strike.
No, we do have, like, both Laezel and I could use it if we choose to do always work. But 11 turns is just not enough. Even though we can run through these guys. Well, I would like the void bulbs. Yeah, there's no way we cannot do this on Tactician without the Mind Flayer. So if I do that, I cannot disengage, so you have to disengage. Oh. Oh, never mind, I do have movement.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Have to keep going.
Okay, next turn then. Oh, I really like this camera focus thing.
Take this shit. Dario will have your head.
Oh my god.
Come a little closer.
Oh, here comes the Cambions. I wonder if that just happens at turn 10 or because we progressed. Still don't really know how that works.
Taste my fury.
Ah, okay, so you need movement even to open them up. That's me.
Can't afford to let up.
Can't reach. Oh. Come on. We need telekinesis or something. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We are just going to leg it.
Time to push my luck again.
We have to disengage. Do a big boy jump. I was gonna say that's actually good that we are spreading out the damage, but obviously he's way too strong. I bet he probably still drops the sword. Downed. If a member of your adventure party reaches 0 hit points, they are downed. This is a state between life and death, where they roll each turn to survive. On 3 successful rolls, they become stable. On 3 failures, they die. So, downed characters get back up if they regain hit points. LS can help down characters by healing them or using the help action. It does not tell you that you can throw pots. I don't know if we should. Actually, I don't know if you can leave while someone is being downed. Oh, you can interact with this now. I mean, I'm not sure, but it shows up. Man, I'm really bummed about the jar too. That sword is good early game, but it won't be for a long time.
Well, so much for peace.
I'm just okay if we make it out alive. So how should we do this? We have to kill this guy. Am I still raging? Yes. Oh, it shows here too. And understands. We do big damage.
These boots have seen everything.
I will ascend.
Kill them, or your spine is mine.
No. I mean, we have to leave. And hopefully they will survive. Cool. I mean, I could revive her and try to press these buttons. Okay, another crash. Alright. Yeah. So it's not the API. I will turn off I will turn off the. Well, here we are again. Let me just try touching this. Okay, it does nothing. Well, bye.
The helm's alien transponder.
I think they got
You
revived.
made it in time.
So far this scene seems fairly similar to what it was before. If not the exact same. Oh. Wait, what? Where's the part? Oh, maybe they cut it in half because of the pop-in. Oh, you know what? That could be it. Because there's some nasty pop-in happening when the ship comes down. Ooh, look at that cool dark elf looking place. You know it because of the chains and the boobies. Oh, you can even see a moon or planet there in the background. Yeah, that's probably it. Because these scenes used to have really bad pop-in, even on high-end systems I noticed. Like when I was watching other people play it. That's Mintara, right? Does she have different hair? These are my half-brethren. Actually, I wonder how the goblin camp will turn out now that I'm a half-orc. This scene always gets me, it's so goofy. Kinda strange that you can't see the... Like, you know, there are a lot of assets on this ship that you just miss. Like the Nautiloid cannons. I guess those are the only ones, not that they reworked it. You look cool. Maybe we shouldn't be red though. I feel like without the clothes, that tattoo from our neck looks a bit silly.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
We don't need to check for injuries. Orient yourself. Where did you land?
The chaos of the crash site confuses the landscape. You'll need to find a settlement or landmark, and you'll need to do it quickly. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
Alright. I will save here. Oh. We'll just do a regular save. It will say beach anyway. 1 hour and 46 minutes in-game time. It's probably like 2 hours. Actually, I don't know if it considers the character creation at all. So I will save here. I will end this episode here. And hopefully we won't have any more technical issues. Now I turned off overclocking. I think that could have been the cause. For reference, I used overclocking in all my early access playthroughs, but, well, I guess you could say sadly during early access they did increase the system requirements, and I think that's probably the main issues that I'm having right now. So yeah, we'll see how it turns out. And also my PC is stronger than that. So there could be one more thing, which is that the launcher asked me to update NVIDIA drivers. And because I have such an old card, I don't think I necessarily need it, and that could have fucked stuff up. So if it keeps happening, I may try and revert to my old drivers. Anyway, sorry about all this, like technical bullshit. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.